Hi everyone, and welcome to our flipped video. This video is going to be full of information, so make sure that you have your recording sheet in front of you so that you can pause this video at any time and you can record the definitions and use this video to help you complete your sheet. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your teacher. Let's get started. Equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are fractions that are equal in some way. Inequality. This is not equal. This can be anything that is not equal, fractions, decimals, anything. This is a statement in which one expression is greater than, less than, or not equal to each other. So you would use symbols like this. So you can pause this and copy down your definitions. We can describe fractions as part of a whole, which is what we've always discussed in class, but we can also describe fractions as part of a set. So I have two items here and half of the set is colored pink. And we can also describe fractions on a number line. To work with fractions on a number line, first you need to find the whole numbers. 0 and 1 are the whole numbers on this number line. Second, you need to count the number of segments. This is a segment, and this is a segment on the number line. So you need to count the segments between the two whole numbers. You want to know how many pieces are in the line. This is the denominator for the points on your line. This is like counting the number of pieces of a whole. So they jumped 1, 2. So there are 2 segments on this line. We're not including 0, but we are including 1. So that means that there's 2 segments on this number line. Step 3, count how many jumps on the number line you need to make to get to the point you need to label. This is going to be your numerator. So if I'm labeling here, there's 1 jump to get there. This 1 is going to be considered 2 halves. So any number that is a whole number can be represented as a fraction. It would just be the same number over the same number. So the numerator and the denominator are going to be the same. So let's look at this one. I'm going to do the jumps. 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 jumps. That means that this is going to be 3/3. The denominator for each one of these fractions is going to be 3. So this is 2/3 and this is 1/3. So there are 3 segments. Anytime a fraction has the same number as the denominator, it's equivalent to 1. This means it has the same value as 1 and will be shown in the same place as 1 on the number line. So 2 halves, 3/3, 4/4, 5/5. You can do 20/20ths. All of those are going to be represented as the number 1 on a number line. Let's do some practices. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps. So this is going to be split into fourths. This is 4/4, and this would be 3/4, 2/4, and 1/4. Notice that 0 does not get a fraction. Let's look at this one. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jumps. So this is 6/6, this is 5/6, 4/6, 3/6, 2/6, and 1/6. So this is split into 6 pieces. Let's continue. This one is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jumps. Split into eighths. So this is 8/8, 7/8, 6/8, 5/8, 4/8, 3/8, 2/8, and 1/8. Let's do this one. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be 3 jumps. This is 3/3, 2/3, and 1/3. That's how you identify what fraction goes on your number line. Let's look at this one. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps. I have to stop at the number 1. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps again. So this is 4/4. And this is going to be 8/4. That represents the number 2. Then this is going to be 3/4. And this would be 1 and 1/4. So when you get to 4/4, this means that you're now including whole numbers, and this means you're just including fractional pieces. Okay, let's talk about which inequality represents this fraction. Well, this fraction is 2/6, and this is 3/6. I clearly know by looking at the picture this is greater than this one. But over here, I do not see 2/6 and 3/6. So I have to find the equivalent fractions for this one. I know that 2/6 is the same as 1/3. I know that 3/6 is the same as 1/2. Now I can see 1/3 greater than 3/8. No, because there's no eighths. 2/6 is less than, 1/3 is less than 3/8. 2/6 is less than 1/2. Well, 2/6, 1/2 less than. That's a maybe. 1/2 is greater than 4/6. Well, there's not 4/6. So the answer is 2/6 is less than 1/2. And that's because I had to find the equivalent fractions before I could compare them. Let's look for this inequality. This is going to be 2/8 and this is 2/4. Okay, I clearly know that this one's greater, but 2/4 is the same as 1/2, and 2/8 is the same as 1/4. So let's see if we can find that. 1/4 and 1/2. Okay, that looks like a maybe. 1/4 is less than 1/2. 2/8 is greater than 1/2. No, that's not true. 2/4, well, there's not even, and 2/8, let's see, 2/4 is less than 2/8. No. So it's 1/4 is less than 1/2. Let's look at this problem. Miss Sawyer has 1 foot of ribbon that she is using to make homecoming mums. Each 1/3 foot is marked off with 3 smaller equal lengths. If Miss Sawyer folds the ribbon at 2/3, what fraction of the mark is equal to 2/3? Question mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a strip diagram, and I am going to take this 1 foot of ribbon and I'm going to split it into 3 pieces. Then each 1/3 is marked with 3 smaller pieces. So I'm going to have to put 3 pieces there, and I'm going to write a number 3. 3 pieces here, and I'm going to write a number 3. 3 pieces here, and I'm going to write the number 3. If she folds it at 2/3, that means if she folds it right here on this line, what fraction of the mark is equal to 2/3? Well, there's 3 here and 3 here, so that means 6, because there's 6 pieces in these 2/3. Let's look at another one. Mr. D has 1 yard of paper that he's going to paint a mural on. Each 1/5 foot is marked off with 6 smaller equal lengths. If Mr. D starts his mural at 3/5, what fraction of the mark is equal to 3/5? So I'm going to do another strip right here, and I'm going to split it into 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know that each one of these is going to be split into 5 pieces, or 6 pieces, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to write on there that this has 6 smaller pieces, 6, 6, 6, and 6. If Mr. D does 3/5 right here, how many smaller pieces are there? Well, there are 18 smaller pieces. Let's talk about how to add and subtract fractions. Well, whenever I'm adding and subtracting fractions with the same denominator, the great thing is that I only add the numerators. So the great part about that is that all I'm doing is adding the numbers across the top, because I'm never changing the amount of pieces, total pieces that there are. There's still 4 total pieces here and 4 total pieces here. So 3/4 plus 2/4 is going to equal 5/4, because if I count the pieces, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The denominator never changes because the number that the whole is cut into never changes. Again, over here I have 1/5 and 3/5. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 fifths. I never changed how many pieces the denominator was cut into. So adding and subtracting fractions with the same denominator is so much easier. We will not cover how to do the different denominators right now. We're just going to stick with the same denominator. Let's look here. The denominator is the same, so that means that there's the same number of pieces. So 5 plus 2 is 7/8. And then 3/7 plus 3/7 is 6/7 because I never changed how many pieces it was cut into. If you have any questions, please rewatch this video, and if you continue to have questions, you can email your math teacher and let us know if you have any questions. Have a great evening, and I hope this video helped you with all these wonderful fractions.